Map 2 Grow Presence 10 Behaviors that Person with Self-Respect Never Tolerate. Before starting the video, if you are new here, please subscribe. Self-respect is an essential aspect of self-esteem and mental health. It involves having a positive self-image, treating oneself with dignity, and upholding personal values and beliefs. People who have self-respect tend to be more resilient in the face of adversity and have healthier relationships. It is crucial to acknowledge that self-respect is not something that we are born with, but rather a skill that can be developed and maintained. In this video, we will talk about 10 behaviors that person with self-respect never tolerate. Behavior number 1. Disrespectful treatment and behavior from others. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate disrespectful behavior from others. This includes verbal abuse, physical assault, and any other behavior that undermines their dignity. These individuals tend to have clear boundaries and enforce them firmly. They understand that tolerating disrespectful behavior from others can negatively impact their self-esteem and mental health. Behavior number 2. Being taken advantage of or manipulated. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate being taken advantage of or manipulated. These individuals tend to have a clear sense of their values and beliefs, and they uphold them at all times. They understand that allowing others to take advantage of them can lead to feelings of resentment, anger, and low self-esteem. They tend to have healthy boundaries and enforce them firmly. Behavior number 3. Negativity and toxic behavior. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate negativity and toxic behavior. These individuals tend to surround themselves with positive people who uplift and inspire them. They understand that negativity and toxic behavior can be contagious, and they avoid it at all costs. They tend to have healthy coping mechanisms that help them deal with negative situations. Behavior number 4. Lack of boundaries and personal space. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate a lack of boundaries and personal space. These individuals tend to have a clear understanding of their personal space and enforce it firmly. They understand that allowing others to invade their personal space can lead to feelings of discomfort and anxiety. They tend to communicate their boundaries clearly and assertively. Behavior number 5. Dishonesty and deception. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate dishonesty and deception. These individuals tend to have a clear sense of their values and beliefs, and they uphold them at all times. They understand that dishonesty and deception can lead to feelings of mistrust and resentment. They tend to communicate their expectations and hold others accountable for their actions. Behavior number 6. Lack of accountability and responsibility. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate a lack of accountability and responsibility. These individuals tend to take ownership of their actions and accept responsibility for their mistakes. They understand that blaming others for their problems can lead to feelings of powerlessness and victimhood. They tend to communicate their expectations clearly and hold themselves accountable for their actions. Behavior number 7. Inconsistency and unreliability. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate inconsistency and unreliability. These individuals tend to have a clear sense of their values and beliefs, and they uphold them at all times. They understand that inconsistency and unreliability can lead to feelings of mistrust and disappointment. They tend to communicate their expectations clearly and hold others accountable for their actions. Behavior number 8. Disrespect for personal values and beliefs. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate disrespect for their personal values and beliefs. These individuals tend to have a clear sense of their values and beliefs, and they uphold them at all times. They understand that disrespect for their personal values and beliefs can lead to feelings of resentment and anger. They tend to communicate their values and beliefs clearly and assertively. Behavior number 9. Being undervalued or underappreciated. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate being undervalued or underappreciated. These individuals tend to have a clear sense of their worth and value, and they uphold it at all times. They understand that being undervalued or underappreciated can lead to feelings of low self-esteem and resentment. They tend to communicate their expectations clearly and assertively. Behavior number 10. Being subjected to harassment or abuse. Self-respecting individuals refuse to tolerate being subjected to harassment or abuse. These individuals tend to have a clear sense of their dignity and worth, and they uphold it at all times. They understand that being subjected to harassment or abuse can lead to feelings of trauma and low self-esteem. They tend to communicate their boundaries clearly and seek help when necessary. Developing self-respect takes time and effort. It involves acknowledging your worth and value, identifying your personal values and beliefs, and upholding them at all times. Enforcing the 10 non-negotiable behaviors requires assertiveness, clear communication, and firm boundaries. It is essential to surround yourself with positive people who uplift and inspire you, and avoid negativity and toxic behavior. Self-respect is an essential aspect of self-esteem and mental health. It involves having a positive self-image, treating oneself with dignity, and upholding personal values and beliefs. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends and family. And if you're interested in more content about self-respect, be sure to subscribe to our channel for regular updates.